What's up, everyone? How's it going? In this game, we have Beasty as our blue Chinese versus they're spawning in the northern side of Four Lakes. On the southeastern side of Four Lakes, we have LucifroN in red as our Japanese. This game is taking place on the EGC tournament. This is the semifinals. I am not going to mention which game number this is or anything of the sort. I've been looking around for some matches to play. I saw this one and I try not to cast any of the EGC tournament games. I really try not to. I've casted a couple so far, posted them up on my own channel. I do give a massive shout out to them. Thank you so much for having these tournaments for us to watch and everything. Link in the description down below, all that good stuff. I try not to cast any of their stuff simply because it's not my tournament. Only reason I'm doing the ones that I am doing is just because these are games that I personally would love to see. I could have easily casted all the other ones and put them up on my own channel. I don't feel like that's right. Like I said, it's not my tournament. I shouldn't be doing that. Very rarely do I come across a game that I do want to see though, and this is one of those. Well, I wouldn't say very rarely. I obviously want to cast all the games. Like, these are high caliber games, the best of the best players in the world going against each other. So obviously I want to cast every single game that I possibly can. But on this one, we of course have the Japanese player, well, both players going for their docks. This is a lot more beneficial for our Japanese player because of their civilization pass or civ bonus, which is that their boats do cost 30 less. So instead of 75 wood, it's 45 wood, which is huge, absolutely huge when you are looking at it in the grand scheme of things. They're not making 3-4 boats. These aren't shoreline fish. These are deep sea fish. So you're going to be making upwards of 12-15 boats at once, and once you start hitting that 10 boat mark, you've saved 300 wood. That's a lot of wood. That's 2 military productions right there. That is a warship, or well, I guess for Japanese they use junks and then war junks, right? Yeah, explosive junk. But then they do have their, which we should not see, sorry about that, we should not be seeing the atakebune at all in this. It'd be hilarious if we do, but we shouldn't. Like, that's not something that we will be seeing. As of right now though, we have 5 fishing boats. One is actually scouting around, seeing if there's any offensive docks for Beasty on LucifroN's side of the map. He scouts off nothing, scouts out none. We have our 5th one, 6th one in queue for Beasty. I'm not sure if he's actually done the same thing. Let's take a look at his vision. Well, because of his dock placement, he's able to see pretty much everything when the fishing boats do move out. And then for our Japanese player, LucifroN, as we noticed, he did send out 1 fishing boat to scout around his lake and saw nothing. But wait, neither player knows, I believe neither player knows if they've taken a second dock. We do have the Koka township coming down for our Japanese. He is going to be going into Shinobi. Well, that's the only thing you can really go into when you go into the Koka. The question is, how many Shinobi is he going to make? I've casted games, and I believe it's Shelby TV, who absolutely loves making like 10 freaking Shinobi, dude. I swear. I'm not sure where the math comes out in that, or if Shelby just absolutely loves Shinobi, so he just spams them out. Imperial Academy, very standard play from our Chinese player, going straight into that one, increase the amount of taxes that they are able to get. It is a little bit delayed, but you could already see the difference between the 2 players' civ bonuses, right? Our Japanese player, sitting on a lot of boats. Currently on 9. Ooh, we are getting an offensive dock. Excuse me. Getting dropped by our Chinese player, by Beasty. We'll see what he does here. LucifroN will be hitting castle, or excuse me, hitting feudal way before. Oh, we have an offensive dock over here as well for LucifroN. Is this scouted out? Yes, it is. Okay, second dock coming up for Beasty as well at his lake. What do we get coming through right now? It is going to be a regular junk coming out for him. Nothing is being made for Beasty. He doesn't have enough resources. Second dock coming up for LucifroN. Villagers are going to get pulled. The junk is out though, and it's going to start just bombarding these. Well, not really bombarding. It's not bombardment. He is going to be able to deny the gold as well. And now fishing boats will be going down. Still no. Okay, we do have a war junk coming out for Beasty now, but oh, come on. What are you doing, LucifroN? You need more. I think he's building his own as well to defend his. So we do have a war junk coming out on both sides. Villagers are going, or workers, boats are going down. 4 have been killed so far for LucifroN. Currently sitting at 1 kill for Beasty. And already a lot of damage coming out from both players. Whoever wins the water wins the war is something that tends to happen in these types of maps. And now the war junk is out for LucifroN to defend his lake. Full repairs. Demo ship explodes right on top of the war junk of Beasty. And now a normal junk is out, and it's going to be junk on junk violence. Shinobis are out as well, 3 of them. LucifroN has stopped at 3 Shinobis. They did sabotage the dock. The war junk will be, or the standard junk is delayed by 30 seconds, and now it's getting torched down yet again. The war junk is turning onto the Shinobi. Is LucifroN paying attention? I don't believe so. And now the fishing boats are able to fully repair, or the fishing boats of Beasty do fully repair his junk. And now the second junk, oh yeah, okay, the second junk is going to be coming out. War junk, no, it is emplacements coming through, and that's going to be adding in a lot of damage. Look at those flame arrow. That's going to be a lot of damage from that dock. Meanwhile, over here at the southern one, we do have war junk on, or excuse me, junk on junk action going on yet again. LucifroN is going to be able to fully secure his side of the map, and these flame arrows are going to be putting a bit of damage on. Beasty has committed a lot of resources into securing his side of the map. What was it? That's his second war junk, 2 junks, and he's lost a total of 5 boats, as where LucifroN has lost 1 boat. But remember, LucifroN's fishing boats are a lot cheaper. They do cost 30 wood less. So if we take that into consideration, the resources lost are a lot bigger. Oh, demo ship comes. Decent connection. Could have been a lot better. And now we have a war junk out for LucifroN over here on the other lake. War junk and junk for both players down here on the southern lake. Nice focus fire coming through for LucifroN onto the junk of Beasties. It is getting repaired up as well. Demo ship is out for Beasty on the southern lake of a demo junk, explosive junk. That's what it's called. Explosive junk out as well. Nice explosion. That was really good micro by LucifroN over here on the southern lake in order to keep his alive and able to kill Beasties. Now we have a war junk against a war junk. Oh, able to get rid of the regular junk with his war junk. Still has the emplacement on here, adding in a bit of damage. That's been a hell of a fight coming up over here. And LucifroN is heavily supply blocked. Was heavily supply blocked for quite some time right there. That explosive junk should have been out 10 seconds ago at minimum. Archers for our Chinese player Beasty Cutie, or well, name changed down to just Beasty now, putting in some work, getting some actual villager kills instead of just fishing boats. I'm so happy I decided to cast this game. there's been a lot of fighting, a lot of killing. And now the explosive junk, oh, decides not to commit. Nice little juking from LucifroN there. But all that micro is for nothing at the end of it. There was just too much for Beasty there in order for LucifroN to attempt to connect with that explosive junk. And now Beasty does have full control over his lake on the northern side, just like LucifroN has full control of his over here on the southern side. The last remaining dock for LucifroN up here on the north will be going down shortly, and the one and only dock for Beasty down here on the southern side is going to go down as well. Both players are trying to do a less, oh wait, okay, the explosive junk for LucifroN did get canceled out of his, oh, explosive junk does come through. We made it just in time to see it. And then another dock, okay, second dock for LucifroN is being made over here on the southern side. So it's going to be two dock. Villager count, worker count does go to Beasty, and oh, the junk is going to be able to make it out just in time. He is going to get a few more kills here. Nice little micro. Look at that dancing. Oh, look at the dancing. Dance, little fishing ship. Dance, little fishing ship. Oh, freaking LucifroN with the gorgeous micro right there. Absolutely beautiful. And I wouldn't expect anything less from one of the best players in the world. I really wouldn't. That was absolutely beautiful. With our Chinese player now, he's up to 2 stables, 2 archery ranges. And for our Japanese, he is going up to castle with the floating gate. Very, very standard because the other landmark sucks. It's absolutely terrible. No more shinobi out on the map for him though. Currently for Beasty, he has 5 horsemen, 2 more in queue, 2 junks, a war junk, and an archer. The war junk and the junk do not matter whatsoever in this situation. But Beasty has taken control of the southeastern. Wait, what the heck? Okay, so that's why it looks weird, because we do have the blueprint for a, wait, I can't click on it. There it goes. Okay, we do have the blueprint for the Japanese dock on top of the Chinese dock, hence why it looked weird. This is so awkward. This is so weird. So Beasty decides to get the south, or to get the eastern lake, as our Japanese player LucifroN is getting the western lake. They kind of swap sides there. Anything else going down here? Nothing else going down south. A few more villager, well, there's a little bit of villager harass there. Mounted samurai will be coming out. The first Yodoshiru was placed in the stables for that 200% increase. Currently 3 mounted samurai are out for LucifroN, and they are able to push away these horsemen of Beasty. Worker count is in favor of Beasty, currently sitting at 64 villagers, or 64 workers and 24 military. The military is a little bit deceiving because he is sitting on a few. Wololo is going off in the center of the map from the Shinto priest. Will be, oh, what are you doing? Why did you drop it? You're not gonna make it back home in time anyways. No, Mr. Shinto priest. Okay. Castle Age is gonna become Castle is gonna be coming through from Beasty, going with the Imperial Palace as his landmark of choice in order to get that age up. A little bit more of an attempted, well, the Mounted Samurai are just making quick work of those horsemen, like very, very quick work. And we will be getting our second Shinto priest coming out with our second Yodoshiru very, very soon. Age up finishes up for Beasty. Both players are now in Castle Age. Come on. One more second. Yodoshiru spawns, or excuse me, Shinto priest spawns with the Yodoshiru. An attempted dock over here on the eastern lake. Oh, nice little explosive junk there. This mounted samurai, has the potential of killing quite a few of those horsemen if it really wanted to. Kills the scout instead, and now goes back after another explosive junk. That's a lot of wasted resources. I really think that's a lot of resources. The war junk does make it out. It is going to be able to kill the regular junk, and now Beasty's junk is actually close enough to the shoreline that it will get torched by the mounted samurai. Villager over here on the western side is going to get might get picked off by the bitey infantry. One dock is up. War junk and junk over here for LucifroN in the western lake. We'll be able to pick off the war junk as soon as it spawns. He's sitting only on one dock over here on the western side. His dock on the eastern, LucifroN's dock on the eastern side has been picked off. So has his war junk. Fully secured down south, fully secured up north for our players respectively, for Beasty and LucifroN. War junk still over here on the western side. Another junk, okay, is going to be coming out shortly in order to try to clear up as much as it can here. First relic has been picked up by LucifroN. Well, it's the same relic that got picked up earlier. Where is your monastery? He doesn't actually have one yet. He's just going to throw it on the floor and start moving out to grab some other ones. This single mounted samurai has actually been kind of annoying has been a little bit of a nuisance to Beasty for the last like 2 minutes. It's been running around doing quite a bit. War junk will be spawning out pretty soon, but there is an explosive junk waiting for it to just blow up. Come on, blow up, blow up. There goes. Over here on the eastern side, we do have another mounted samurai running around, gets picked off by crossbows. Beasty is currently sitting on 75 workers, 51 military, 25 spears, 5 crossbows, 3 monks, 3 imperial guard, or excuse me, palace guards, and then he also has about 8 supply in warships and junks. Those are not useful whatsoever anymore. Wait, did he delete these? He hasn't deleted these yet. Honestly, he should just get rid of these. If LucifroN were able to get a dock up here, that'd be pretty much a miracle. Walls are coming up over here on the eastern side of... Oh, they might get denied out. There's still war junk. There's 2 war junks over here on the eastern side as well. These walls will not be able to finish as long as those war junks stay there. Over here on the western side of the map, we have a little bit of an engagement coming across right now. I believe that's the second. Yeah. Relic does get picked up. There is the Shinto shrine up and running. Wololo is going off. Where are you? Oh, distraction Wololo. Very, very standard for Beasty in order to do that. But you never know. Always have to check it. Never know what's actually happening. 79 workers for Beasty. He should have the boat lead right now. Oh, another. No. A few more. Ooh, that was a little lucky. A few of those mounted samurai could have easily got picked off right there. And the Ashigiru are just throwing little incremental damage. Oh, mounted samurai, that one's definitely going down. And now Sacred Site victory is approaching. 9 minutes 42 seconds until Beasty wins the game if those do not get neutralized. There was an explosive junk over here. A second one is gonna pop off or not. Oh, okay, the war junk's gonna actually accidentally kill that, and we do get our fight right here, right in front of nice Wololo. It needs to get... Oh, it's not gonna get buffered whatsoever. We need to see amazing micro coming through. Oh, nice picks. Amazing picks right there by our Japanese player. And now this monk is gonna get picked off as well before it's able to run away. Oh, those were amazing picks by our Yumi Ashigiru right there, though. That was absolutely gorgeous. The monk is still out in the out in the middle of the field. It is quite vulnerable to getting picked off again. For the 3rd time, are the Ashigiru big? Yes, they are going to be able to get it. gorgeous micro coming through from LucifroN, able to pick off more and more units. They have hit that critical mass of being able to one-shot the palace guards, and just picking off all three of those monks so quickly was absolutely amazing. And now we see the stutter step micro coming through from the Ashigiru. They don't do as much damage as your normal archers, but they do attack slightly faster, and they have a lot faster movement speed as well. Quick little turnaround pot shot, and a mounted samurai has made it into the base of Beasty. A total of 10 villager kills have went over in favor of LucifroN, and 9 for Beasty. Full walls are coming up over here on for Beasty. The entire center, the eastern side, northeastern side, and now the western and southwestern will be completely walled off. If LucifroN wants to go anywhere, oh, never mind, I lied. There's a gap, and that's where the relic was. Rest in pieces. Another little attack coming through. Shinto Priest gets picked off. A little bit of a run by over here with the palace guards. Always have to be wary of this, because those little things are fast as hell. They'll be able to get into your back line and just wreak havoc like no tomorrow. Do we have, yes, oh no, we don't. Currently still on a daimyo manor, no shogunate palace quite yet. Not really a reason for it. Nest of bees clockwork. No clockwork nest of bees quite yet. Interesting. Well, he did go up with the imperial palace instead of the astronomical clock tower. And there are a lot of villagers going down now in the back line. More and more are getting eaten up by those palace guards. Meanwhile, in the front, huge nest of bee shots onto those Ashigiru. LucifroN does need to kite his little heart out right here. He is quite the stutter step artist, considering his time in StarCraft 2. We'll see if that's going to be able to help him out here. He does need to put those Ashigiru in a line formation or scattered in order to minimize the amount of damage that the nest of bees are able to do on him. If he does that, only time will tell. These nest of bees are moving over. It doesn't look like Beasty really wants to commit quite yet, which doesn't really make any sense considering all LucifroN has is a mass of Ashigiru, which those nest of bees will be able to tear through quite easily. He does see the villagers over here on the western side. He is moving towards them. Is he going to be able to get huge nest of bee shots? It doesn't look like it at all. He does a blind shot over the tree line. In the back, there are a few mounted samurai as well, trying to get a few villager kills. Up to 27 for LucifroN, 21 for Beasty. These have been really good villager trade-offs from both sides. And oh, this is going to be, these nest of bees are going to see the villagers right there. But Beasty isn't paying attention. He's going to blind fire, completely misses the villagers right there. Nice map awareness from Beasty though, in order to blind fire into the fog of war, attempt to try to get any villager kills that he can. He is in a deficit at the moment. 74 workers for Beasty, 97 for LucifroN. LucifroN is also sitting on a 2 TC eco plus all the docks that he has on 2 different lakes. 67 military for Beasty, 33 crossbows. Holy crap, that just jumped up to 35 crossbows, 15 spears, 14 palace guards, 3 nest of bees, 2 springholds. As for LucifroN, he's sitting on 50 military, 33 Ashigiru, 5 mounted samurai, and that's basically it. He has 1 springhold in queue, 2 junks, and a ward junk, which are very much useless at this moment in time. He needs to get a meteor front line though. He's heavily relying on his Ashigiru in order to be able to defend against this. It will be able to do a lot of damage to the front line of Beasty though, since he is heavily relying on the spears. But as I say that, I look over and he's jumped up to 14 palace guards. Don't get me wrong, the Ashigiru will be able to one-shot them because they have hit that critical mass. But if those nest of bees get an amazing shot off, there is absolutely no way that LucifroN is going to be able to hold this. Both of them are sitting in Castle Age right now. There are a lot of villagers right here for LucifroN, and now the attack is going to go through. What does what does LucifroN do? Is he going to be able to engage? How good is his micro in terms of the single target fire that he's going to need on those Nest of Beasts? Thankfully for LucifroN, they are not clockwork Nest of Beasts. They are, oh no, stinking camera. They are regular Nest of Beasts, so they will be able to get two shot by the Springolds. 3 Springolds for Beasty, as no, 4 Springolds from Beasty. Huge Nest of Beast shots all over the Ashigiru. And now the Springolds for Beasty are moving forward in order to try snipe off the Springolds for LucifroN. 2 Springolds go down for LucifroN. The 2 Nest of Beasts are up, and massive shots onto the villagers of LucifroN. The Ashigiru numbers have dropped significantly, and now more villagers are going down to those Nest of Bees. There are a huge amount in the back if Beasty decides to go over there and just start focus firing those down. The Ashigiru numbers are getting completely demolished. He was sitting at 33. He is currently sitting on 25, but that's because of his reinforcements, and now he sacrifices villagers in order to go in and dive on top of the Nest of Bees. They are down, so his back line, the back line of LucifroN, will be able to stay and deal with the remaining units of Beasty that are pushing forward. Oh, but he needs to pay attention to what's going on here. More villagers are dying up here on the top of the screen to the junks and to crossbows. The only thing that's left here for Beasty are a lot of crossbows. No front line whatsoever. The mounted samurai are going to be able to pick off the 2 Springolds that were there, and now we have a forward keep coming through for Beasty in the center map. 8 minutes 53 seconds remain until Sacred Site victory. These Ashigiru, they've done a lot of work. They've done quite a bit this entire game, and LucifroN is also sitting on 3 relics too, so his gold income, even though he's currently sitting on 0, he's looking at about 500 a minute. He's out of gold. He has, oh wait, no, yeah, he's basically out of gold. He's not gonna be able to get this one unless he pushes forward with his Ashigiru in order to pick off the war junks, but even then that's not going to be enough to fully secure that. And now we have docks for Beasty coming up here on the western lake. That war junk, or that junk, will go down to torch damage. More and more docks are coming up in order to deny the food of LucifroN. If he's able to get this, how many villagers or how many workers does he have on food? He has 41 on food, and a huge majority. How many does he have up here? He has, oh, he only has 8. Okay, that's not too bad realistically. Another little fight does break off over here. 4 Nest of Bees are gonna rain death onto those Ashigiru and lick at them, just completely melt. The focus fire has been phenomenal. No Springolds are out for LucifroN in order to deal with those. Instead, he's attempting to kill them off with his mounted samurai, but that's not going to be anywhere near enough. Honestly, I don't see LucifroN being able to hold this. There's a lot of villagers right there that could potentially go down. GG gets called. Game goes to Beasty. That was such an amazing play by both, or such an amazing game by both players. They did phenomenal. I think LucifroN just stayed on his Ashigiru for a little too long. He needed to make that transition over to horseman, like horseman samurai geisha, something along those lines. But amazing by both players. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.